Morning to another. Hot car
Oh,
deaths.
gosh.
I know it's a topic that nobody likes to talk about, but the warning is important, especially as we still are in the throes of the hot summer heat.
Over 50% of pediatric vehicular heat stroke deaths are a result of a parent or a guardian forgetting that their child's in the car. These things happen, and this is not again about victim shaming or blaming. It's about getting the word out and maybe learning a few tips that could prevent the tragedy. Matt Venezia live this morning.
Yeah, exactly right, Matt. And, when we look at the numbers from 2024 compared to 23, it went up 35%, the kids that suffered the vehicular heat stroke that we're talking about here. So we do need to continue to have this conversation, and the folks at St. George Fire Department, they're helping us do so here. Miss Meg Kling's been with us all morning long. So we've been talking about the preventative measures, things to keep an eye on so it doesn't happen. But what if it does happen? What do you need to do? How important is time? What do you analyze there?
Time is the most important. The one acronym that we like to use is called RACE, because you're racing against time. RACE for rapidly, aggressively cooling and removing from the environment. The biggest thing to do there is literally get them out of whatever they're in, and this goes for anyone experiencing a heat-related emergency. So somebody outside mowing the lawn, they haven't hydrated appropriately, and now they are so hot they're not sweating anymore. Literally anything like that. You want to make sure that you are rapidly and aggressively cooling them and getting them out of the environment and making sure that we're getting that core temperature back down, at least until EMS arrives and gets them to the hospital, where they definitely will need to go if they've experienced this.
Now, we're talking about kids being left in cars here, accidental mistakes, but in the event that the parent maybe just doesn't know where the kid is around the house, where are some of those places where you might want to start looking for where your kid may be? I would assume a car is one of them.
Yeah, a car is definitely one of them, and any pools. Even if you don't have a pool, make sure you know where all the pools are in your area. If your neighbor has a pool, if there's a pool in your apartment complex, anything within, honestly, a quarter-mile radius, that's really what we like to look at, especially if people don't know the laws about having a pool, where it has to have a gate around it, preventing children from being able to get into it. And the same thing with your vehicle. Kids see a pool, they think fun. Kids see a vehicle, they think, that's where I'm always with mommy and daddy, or whoever my caregiver is. That's where I'm always with them. So why not just go in there? It's so fun. That's where we spend all the time when we go places that are fun. Well, if your car is unlocked, they can get in there easily. If you don't have your keys up, they can possibly go unlock the car. So we just want to be conscious of both of those things, because they're huge hazards for us, especially as parents.
They really are. Well, we appreciate the conversation all morning long. Thank you so much for that. Again, with it being really hot outside, it is an unfortunate conversation that certainly needs to be had. Those hard, tough conversations here, this is certainly one of them. And speaking of the heat, maybe not as hot as it's been in previous weeks, but no better person to hand it off to now than meteorologist Jared Silverman giving us a look. Hey, Jared.